Now, when you hear of the word mother, the first thing that crosses your mind is someone who is very warm, someone who is nurturing, and someone who is very supportive of their children's well-being and their dreams. But then we have others who the word mother brings such a bad feeling in their heart. And we have such kind of people when Mother's Day come, they cringe because it doesn't bring very good memories to them and into their minds. Now, in this month, we'll be discussing about mother wounds, and we'll be going into details of what mother wounds are and how they show up and how you can heal from mother wounds. Last month, we spoke about father wounds, and if you've not watched, please go back and have a look at that so that you can be able to catch up with mother wounds as well. Now, I'll try and simplify what mother wounds are in a way that it's able for someone to understand. And I'll start by saying we can have two ways in which we can describe mother wounds to be. There's one type where mothers have brought so much pain to someone, physically, emotionally, psychologically, and then we have another way how someone gets mother wounds in a very subtle way. Now, for the ones who've had pain, these are the people who've gone through abuse from their mothers, and it could be physical, emotional, it could be spiritual, it could be financial, it could be sexual, or any other form of abuse from your mother. And this one could have left you feeling so much resented to your mother. We have the other type that is very subtle, and this one, unless you have been able to identify that you have a mother's wound, you may just end up imagining it's just how mothers should be. And an example of this is where mothers end up self-sacrificing their own lives, their own dreams, so that they can live in a patriarchal kind of society. So they don't have the capacity to shift from what the patriarchal society talks about to them being themselves. Now, for us to understand more, I'll try and describe ways in how such kind of a motherhood can come from those mothers. And I'll start with mothers who are very critical. If your mother was very critical of what you were doing, they never saw anything that was good. Whatever you did was always wrong. They always found fault. They always blamed you for something that you did. That is a mother wound. There is another type of a mother wound that comes because a mother is narcissistic, and this means this is a mother who is very, who believes everything revolves around them. So the decisions you make, the way you're living, whether it is in school, as a child, everything must revolve around them, and you must make sure that you make them happy. So if you need to do something, it must align with them so that they can give you permission. For example, if you want to go and visit your friends, and we have such mothers who are very much into church, and you want to go and meet someone who is not in church, then you'll have an issue, even if they are not bad people, but just because they are not people who go to church. Now, we have another way in which you can get a mother wound because your mother was very enmeshed to you, and this means you didn't have a life of your own. They don't know what boundaries are. They don't know, they cross lines, and they don't know that there is a difference between you as a mother and you as a child. So if you're doing something, it's always about us. You're going to get money, it is our money. You're going to get food, it is our food. So they want to know how you woke up, how you stayed during the day, who you met, whether you are 5 years or you're 30 years. There's so much involved in your business. And then we have mothers who are absent because they had their own things to deal with them. And we can have mothers who passed on, unfortunately. We have mothers who have been addicted to drugs, so they're not able to take care of you because they are in addictions. We have mothers who decided to go and achieve their goals, so they left you abandoned emotionally so that they can go and achieve their goals. We have mothers who are absent because of divorce and separation, so they have not been given a chance to have a connection with you. So if you ever felt like your mother abandoned you emotionally, or both emotionally and physically. And we have mothers who just don't want to be mothers because they have decided they will give birth and take you to a children's home or leave you to your grandparents and never show up. So they left you there. So you might end up feeling abandoned. You might end up feeling like you don't really deserve to have a mother around you. So if you had a mother that you didn't connect to emotionally and in a secure way, we would say you have a mother wound. And this can come because you didn't feel comfortable when you were going through something to talk to your mother. You didn't feel like you were safe enough to be with your mother. You didn't feel like you were needed or seen by your mother, or your mother inflicted so much pain in you that you don't even want to get close to her. Now, what we usually forget, or what mothers forget, is when a child goes through or has mother wounds, it's actually not them who don't love themselves. When you hurt such kind of children, they don't stop loving you. They will do anything that is possible for them to do as children so that they can be loved by you, but then they stop loving themselves. So if you can identify with any of the things I have described here, we will be discussing more on how you can go from where you are, and just to let you know that you're not alone. So thank you for tuning in. Let's meet again.